Good morning, everybody. Jen Green here with Property House. Thanks so much for joining me on this Wednesday morning. It's going to be a lovely day here in Minneapolis. Probably one of the last hot days we're going to be having, I assume. I wanted to let you guys know that today is kind of a bigger day, I guess. And the reason I say it is because, sorry, hold on a second. Just want to make sure that I am live here and that we can see me. Give me a second here, guys. I just want to make sure. I've been struggling with my video, and I want to make sure that you guys are able to see me. So just give me a second here. Okay, there it is. Good. Okay, so I'm live. I see it. All right, cool. So again, thanks again for joining me, guys. Jen Green here. Sorry for that delay. So I wanted to talk today, and I think this is kind of an imperative day, like I said, about coaching in business and just sort of in life. And the reason for that is because, you know, the last 5 months or so that we've all been on lockdown, and, you know, had the pandemic and had things happen, people's businesses have been affected, obviously, in a very, very, very big way. Some businesses have grown, some have closed, some have sort of stayed constant. And I just think it was important to really talk about this today, because I think in life we think about, you know, a life coach, that became a thing, and we think about sports, and, you know, having a coach is really important. Everybody has a coach in sports, but when it comes to business, I think a lot of the times we don't think about that. You may have a mentor, you know, and things like that. But the problem is that we don't necessarily have a legit business coach. And so I wanted to talk about that today, and talk about 5 different reasons why business coaching is extremely important. So before I do get started, for those of you who are new to my live, my name is Jen Green. I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Twin Cities metro area, and we run a real estate investment company here outside the metro, and more or less help folks that are in divorce situations, probate, too many repairs, foreclosure, any kind of situation where folks need to sell quickly. We come extremely highly recommended from estate planning attorneys here in the metro. We've got a lot of good relationships that we've built, and the majority of a lot of the homes that we purchase are from referrals from attorneys. So that's something that we've really kind of separated ourselves from here in the Twin Cities. And like I said, I think it's nice to have somebody trust you. So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to be having folks post about how you can get a hold of us. You can reach us through email, phone, personal message, direct message, any of those kinds of things work. If you're outside of the States, like I said, you can always send us an email or send us a direct message. So, all right, to get started on this topic today, like I said, I think it's really important to have a business coach. And if you look around, any successful person, right, that we see out there that's out in the public has a business coach. And the reason for that is because, as RG, he was one of the coaches, the mentor's mentor that I interviewed a while back, he always said success leaves clues. And that has stuck with me. RG was one of the first coaches I had, and it just sticks with me, because you know what? People become successful because they've gone down a path and figured out how it works, right? And so leaving those clues and picking up on those clues and walking with those clues and creating your own path, like I said, is what's going to help you be successful. So chances are there's always going to be a blueprint to follow. Now, yes, there are some people who have carved new ways to do things, but that's the thing, is that there's always some type of blueprint. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. And if you follow it for the right reasons, I'm going to talk about that a little bit too, it's going to get you to your goal faster. So find a coach, right, that is beyond the success that you want to be, or at least 2, 3, 4 levels up of somebody where you want to be, and then that's who you want your coach to be, right? I think it's important to choose a coach based upon how they run their business, why they run their business. The why is going to be really important, their purpose and why. I know people hear a lot about that. It's kind of a thrown around coin term that's used a lot, and I don't mean to push on it, but I think it's really important for you to figure out what your why is, because if you chase money it's not going to get you anywhere. If you're doing it for the wrong reasons and only doing things for money as an entrepreneur, it's not going to work out for you. I hate to tell you. It's just sort of how it works. So that's the first one. Success leaves clues. All right. And there's a blueprint, right? So the second one is, I think many entrepreneurs also think nobody's going to do this better than me. I have to do everything. You know, they think that they have to do everything themselves. And the problem is that if you do everything yourself, you are not going to be able to grow and scale your business. The point is for you to figure out what you are good at, do that 1, 2, or 3 things, and then put another person on all of those other tasks and activities and things like that. So I think I told you guys a while back when I first started, my coaches, Jason and Rachel, said that I needed to hire an assistant immediately. And, you know, I didn't necessarily know why, but I took the advice and I hired an assistant immediately, which is Hannah. And now Hannah's been with us ever since we started. And now Hannah has obviously moved up in the ranks too. But the reason is because I couldn't do everything. There was way too much for me to do alone. I needed to focus on the income producing activities, and I needed Hannah to be pretty much my right-hand person. And she was and still is. And that's the thing, is that once you become bigger and you scale and there's more activity and things to do, you need to push out and find other people. And a coach is going to be able to tell you that, because you can only do so much, like I said, as one person. And if somebody can do it, and this is something that my other coach Jason said, if somebody can do it 80% as well as you, you're doing pretty well. So think about that and know that you can only grow your business so big on your own. And again, maybe you just want it to be you, and maybe your business is about you, and that's fine if that's what it is. But if you're looking to scale your business and grow it bigger and have it become something more than, you know, just you, you're going to have to grow your business and use your business coach to help you grow your business. The third one is, if it's the right coach, they're going to hold you accountable. All right. Now, it all depends on what kind of coaching. Another coach of mine, JT, has said, do you want nice coaching and fuzzy coaching, or do you want real coaching, right? Because I think a lot of the people want to hear things that make them feel good, not necessarily criticisms or things that will make them better, right? I think a lot of us are always looking for approval. And I personally, I like the criticism. For me, that works for me. Obviously constructive criticism, but the thing is that if we don't listen to the people that are doing better than us, we're not going to grow. And so you need to have your coach challenge your thoughts, right? Challenging your thoughts is going to be what's going to help you grow, because everyone, again, like I said, ego can come into play, or whatever it is, you think you're the greatest, you think no one can do things better than you, and you say, well, this is the way I learned it, or this is what I have to do. We have to be innovative, and we have to be able to, like I said, challenge what our thought patterns are, because that is what is going to take us to the next level, right? And I don't like saying thinking outside of the box. There should never even be a box, right? If you're a true entrepreneur. Yes, you're carving your way, and yes, you're taking those clues and using that blueprint to get you to wherever you need to be. But again, in order for you to excel or do things differently, you need to be innovative and have a coach that's going to challenge those thoughts for you, right? Same thing comes if you have an idea and you don't necessarily know how to put it in motion. That coach is going to help you get to the next level. Whether he or she has done it before, they also have coaches that they'll probably tap into and get you to that next level. Just because your coach is coaching you doesn't mean, your coach's coach's coach probably has a coach. That was a lot of coaches. But for real though, like that's the thing is that all of my coaches that I have all have their coaches and have utilized their wisdom and experience to help me in what I'm doing. And I think that's something that we have to think about, is that network of yours grows even bigger and bigger when you have a coach, right? Because you can tap into their network who taps into the other network. And that's the thing, is you have to ask questions and be willing to take that criticism and change your business based upon what it is that you need, all right? The fourth one is, and this is something my other coach, JT, he tapped into the other day, is that coaching is a shortcut to success, right? A lot of the times people say, gosh, I've been doing this business for 5 years. I've been doing it for 2 years. I've been doing it, however long it is. And they should be a lot further along than they are. And I've heard that from a lot of friends of mine that are entrepreneurs. They're like, gosh, I've been doing this for X amount of time. I feel like I should be further along. And usually my first question is, do you have a coach? And 9 times out of 10, it's a no. And the 1 time out of 10 that they say yes, and I'm like, well, then you have the wrong coach. Because it shouldn't be taking that long. If you're an action taker and you're going to put into motion what your coach is telling you to do, it's a shortcut. Because they've done it. They know exactly how to do it. You can avoid a lot of those mistakes that other person has done. Taking these steps, taking that information and bringing you to the next level, challenging your thoughts, challenging your patterns, all of that stuff is going to make a difference. The other thing I hear a lot of the times too, when it says, scaling and getting bigger, is like, well, I can't hire anyone because I don't have any money. But the problem is that it's chicken and egg, right? If you don't hire someone, you're not going to be able to make money. I'm not going to get into that side of things of hiring and paying and all of that kind of stuff. But the thing is that if you don't have some money to invest in your business to begin with, you probably shouldn't be starting a business. And that's all I'm going to really say about that. It's something to think about, but know that you're going to need help at some point. All right. And that getting a coach is a shortcut, right? It just brings you to the place that you want to be faster. And the last one is where I kind of touched upon in the beginning, is that business coaching can not only help you in business, but it helps you in your life, right? Now, I have a group that I'm with that a lot of the people in this group, a lot of us are married to each other and run businesses together. And so for Dan and I doing that really helps a lot too, because it's not only about your business, but it's about your personal life too. Because as business owners, you get pulled in a lot of different directions. And so making sure that you have the ability to talk to somebody about some of the ups and downs that you're having, some of the experiences that you're having. If you have a partner, or if you are married, or whatever your situation is, it's really important to have that person on board with what you're doing, whether you're working together or you're not working together. You have to make sure that your personal life is okay, right? And you have to set those times for yourself and for you with you and your partner, because a lot of the times that stuff can get put by the wayside. And not only does that affect you personally, but then it also affects your business, right? Because if you're not doing well personally, it's going to reflect in your business. And so business coaches, depending on what kind of relationship you have with that person and what that coaching is about, it's going to be important to have that be part of what your business looks like. There's so many times I've seen people started businesses and they're not taking care of, their relationships that they have. And a lot of those things sometimes go to the wayside. And I know that's not necessarily about your business as being an entrepreneur, but it really honestly is. Because if you're not happy personally, it's going to be really hard for you to do well in your business. All right. So I want to go over those 5 points again, just quickly here. So number 1 is success leaves clues, right? There's always a blueprint, 9 times out of 10, of course, right? There's always something there. And then if you need to blaze your own new path from it, go for it. But know that the fundamentals are already there. And somebody, like I said, your coach needs to be somebody who's already done it and is several levels ahead of you. Number 2 is that you can't grow a business on your own, right? Having that coach maybe help you take that next step, right? And saying, okay, Jen, or, it's time to hire your next person, hire this person. This is what you need to look for. You're at this spot, do this. They're going to help you determine when it is that you need to hire somebody, all right? The third one is that the right coach is going to hold you accountable, right? For your stuff, right? More or less, whether it's good or it's bad, you need to have somebody who's going to hold you accountable. Now, it depends on what kind of a person you are, if you like fluffy coaching or if you like hardcore coaching. But fluffy coaching, for me at least, doesn't make sense because it's not going to get you to where you need to be. I don't need to be need someone to tell me how great I am all the time, right? That's not what I'm looking for. We're looking for somebody who is going to do a thorough analysis of what your business is doing and then help you get to that next level based upon what your goals are, what your purpose is, and what your reason is. The fourth one is that coaching is a shortcut to success, all right? So they're going to help you get there faster than if you did this on your own because they've already done it. You can avoid a lot of the mistakes that they had. And also it just makes it easier. You don't have to blaze a new path. You don't have to necessarily figure out what to do. It's already been there for you. They're going to give you a shortcut. And again, for those people that have been started a business, you're in it 2, 3, 4 years already and you haven't been profitable, that's a problem. That means your business isn't working. Get a coach, all right? And the fifth one is that obviously business coaching can help entrepreneurs, break through barriers. They're going to help you make sure that your life is balanced in some way. They're going to help see why you're not more successful, what's taking you so long, kind of like I said in the other one. Are you in it for the right reasons? Are you following your passion? Is your passion, can you monetize your passion? Those are all kinds of things that coaching can help you do. Now, I know a lot of the times people say, well, gosh, Jen, I don't necessarily have the money to get into, to have a coach. Well, I understand that. And maybe beginning phases you don't. But the thing is that at some point you're going to need a coach. I've had, probably 4 or 5 coaches already. And I've been doing this for, a little over 2 years. And each coach has fulfilled something that I've needed. And I also think that I've built a friendship and a relationship with those people too, because they have done better than I have and are doing those things. And like I said, I've tagged on to them and have followed them and have chosen them as a coach because of what they've been able to do and like what they've been able to produce. And so again, for those of you guys that are thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or are entrepreneurs already, you really need to take coaching seriously. And I push on this because like I said, it's helped me especially get through COVID. It's not been easy. Business has been hard. It's been fine, but we've all had to pivot our businesses based upon what's happening, with the economy, with where you're living, with the things that are happening, right? Not only just, business-wise, but socially, politically, all those kinds of things come into play. And so I think it's important that we have someone to bounce ideas off of, someone to talk to about what you're feeling like, and someone to help you create a plan to pivot or do whatever it is that you plan to do next, all right? So I just want to reiterate that, like I said, how important it is to have a coach. If you have questions, write some comments. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I know that, okay, good, everybody can see. All right, I know I haven't seen any comments come through yet, but if you guys have any questions, please put your questions through. Send me a personal message, send me an email, give us a call, whatever it is that we can do to help to kind of point you in the right direction. Regardless, even if it's not about real estate investing, there's coaches on every single, level in every kind of business. And so if you need help there, please contact us. We're here to help in any way that we can. A lot of the times, and if you think about it, most businesses that are extremely successful came out of downtimes. Facebook came out of a downtime. Amazon came out of a downtime. This is the time to really think about it, put your business plan together, set it in action, and have someone who can usher you along the way. So thanks guys for that. I just want to reiterate again, check us out on Instagram. That's a place where we do a lot of our before and after pictures. Next week is going to be the first week of the month. We're going to be visiting our remodel. I have some updates on that. Things have not been going as smoothly as I have hoped. COVID has kind of messed a lot of things up. And so we'll be talking about that next week. And then also Property House Partners on YouTube. If you guys should subscribe and like, also if you could like this, that would be helpful. If this spoke to you, please share it on your page. We'd like to get the word out. There are a lot of people, like I said, right now that are, either have been laid off or thinking about doing something and, and it's just been a lot of downtime for some folks, and maybe perhaps this is a good time for you to start a business. And I think putting some of these things into action are going to be really helpful for you. And then the other thing too is our website, propertyhousepartners.com, that has all of these videos on there. You guys can go back and check them out. Each week is labeled out as what we talk about. So this week obviously is business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. And so everything is labeled properly and put under those categories. And then also, if you have something that you would like to be interviewed about, that you feel like is pertinent to what we're doing, we're going to start posting some landing pages here soon in the next couple weeks where people can send their information in to us. And if there's a topic that you want to talk about, or a DIY, or you're interested in being interviewed, or there's some topic that you want to talk about and you want me to interview you, you can reach out to us. Like I said, those landing pages should be out shortly. You can send in that information. We're always here to help no matter what. And again, too, if you have a house that you need to sell and you're not looking to sell it traditionally on market and you just want to get an opinion, we always do free consultations. We offer folks 2 to 3 different offers every time that we go to their home to make sure that they can find something that works for them. So contact us in any way that you can, and we're here to help. Next week, like I said, we will be back at our St. Paul renovation. I look forward to seeing you guys then. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.